Welcome to Newsmaker. I'm Emmy Lucas. Halloween can be a fun time with kids collecting candy and spooky decorations, but for some seniors it can be downright scary with constant door knocking, masked visitors, and unfamiliar faces. That's why Visiting Angels, one of the largest in-home care companies for seniors in the nation, is offering seniors and their families a chance to hire a Halloween greeter on October 31st. Joining me now is Douglas Hammond. Doug, how did the Halloween greeter program get started? I find it a fascinating idea.
Well, in our many years of working with seniors, we've really come to realize that a lot of our seniors have a lot of really great memories in regards to Halloween, whether that's with their own personal experiences or enjoying Halloween with their children. But now as seniors, they still want to be involved in it, but sometimes mental illness or physical limitations can limit what they maybe are able to do. So we want to help seniors enjoy the Halloween holiday, but ensure that everything is okay and everyone is safe while enjoying the Halloween.
And speaking of being safe, do these Halloween greeters that you're hiring out, do they go through background checks of their own? Because they're going to be strangers to these seniors as well. Absolutely.
Well, at Visiting Angels, we do have a very strict hiring process that involves hiring those people that have been doing caregiving and have experience, so they must have experience for what they do. These are typically home health aides and certified nursing assistants. They undergo a rigorous screening through my company, which includes background checking as well, so yes.
So aside from that, if they're not a home health aide, do they have to have any specific qualifications if they do want to become a greeter and help out at the holiday?
Really just having that professional experience working in this industry, either for another home care agency, a hospital, nursing home, something like that. So having that experience is key to working with seniors.
Who is this program available to? What are the qualifications for somebody who wants to apply and get a Halloween greeter to help them out?
Well, you do not have to be a Visiting Angels current client to have a Halloween greeter for this Halloween. All people need to do is call our office and we can set something up for them and see what their needs are for the evening and find out exactly what they're looking for help with, and that can provide the family or that senior some peace of mind to know that someone else is going to be there with a senior. 1/3 of those seniors that live at home alone, and it can be a very scary time, especially if the person has dementia or some physical limitations. We want to make sure that they're safe and everything is okay in the home.
What are these greeters going to help the seniors with specifically? What would you expect out of them?
Well, that would depend a little bit on each senior and what their abilities are, but we can go to the store and shop for candy for them. We can take them to the store and do the shopping with them. We can get the house set up and just make sure that everything is lit around the house so that there's no dark areas. We can ensure that the candy is being passed out properly. We can just be there so the senior can hand out the candy, but just so it looks like maybe that there's another person living there and it doesn't seem like the senior is living alone and potentially vulnerable.
Exactly. Now, how much does something like this cost? Because sometimes it comes down to, whether you have the money or not.
Sure. Well, this is the first year that we're starting this program. We're going to start by it's going to cost probably about $20 to $25 per hour, depending upon how many hours the senior or the family of the senior is looking for.
Okay. Now, we also talk about safety specifically for the seniors, and you mentioned some of the things in terms of lighting up the house and whatnot. First, we want to talk about that. Make sure that all the floors and porches are free from decorations, right?
Sure, that's a good idea, just because then you don't have any trip hazards either for the senior or for the trick-or-treaters. That's a big one. We suggest not having things that are actually on fire, or pumpkins that have candles in them. That could be a fire hazard, especially if someone kicks them over or something like that. We suggest not having decorations that obstruct the view of the porch or the front walkway so you can see people coming. Those would be a couple. Another big one would be just making sure that the light is on the porch. Even if you're not going to hand out candy, we still suggest that you have that light on so that it deters maybe vandals or people that are trying to pull a prank or something like that. If the senior's not going to hand out candy, they can put a sign on their door that says, "Sorry, no candy here," or they may even be able to get candy and give it to their neighbor, and maybe the neighbor would hand it out for them, and they can put a sign on their door that says, "Candy from this house is available next door."
Another thing that you mentioned in the beginning was adding night lights into the home and the hallways and the walkways for the senior, because a lot of the times when the kids are out trick-or-treating, the seniors might have already been in bed, so they're not used to being up and about in the hallways at nighttime.
And that's always a good idea, just to have the home safe so that there's no trip hazards or things like that. Absolutely.
Now, about the Halloween music, that's one of the things, is don't play Halloween music, because it's going to deter you from being able to understand and be aware of your surroundings, rather hear those trick-or-treaters coming up, or if somebody's going to pull a prank, somebody that comes up, you know, what are your suggestions for that?
Well, if we suggest not playing music, just so that a senior or the companion or the family who's there can hear everything that's going on. They're aware of their surroundings. And like I mentioned before, with a senior that has physical limitations or especially dementia, it's a lot of sensory overload for Halloween, and if you've got music going, that's just another thing that can make a person confused or just tend to lead to more general confusion.
And one of the senses is smell. Place your carved pumpkins outside is another one of those safety tips for the seniors, not only for the smell, but for the bugs. Why is that? Well,
just because when you cut open a pumpkin, of course, bugs could be attracted to that. So that's just something, you know, we suggest leaving on the porch as opposed to being in the home.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for those safety tips. But most importantly, how can people get in touch with the Visiting Angels?
All they need to do is call our office, and we are available 24 hours a day, so you can call us anytime. And you can reach us at area code 989-652-6435. And just give us a call and let us know you're potentially interested in a Halloween greeter, and we can set up a meeting and see how we can help families out.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Doug. Again, that number is 989-652-6435, or you can check it out on our See It on TV section of our website at abc12.com. Once again, Doug, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you